Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from opening night from Churchill Downs here on Sunday. It is April 30th, 2016. I'm going to look at race number 7. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. Today's 7th race on this opening night from Churchill. Remember, the post time is 6 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. So I like that late post time. But the seventh race is, it's not the best of races. Best of race. The traditional opening day race was always the Derby trial. Last year they moved it to Derby Day and called it the Pat Day Mile. Now they're running a race called the William Walker for 3-year-old sprinting. I still think they should just make two races, or just keep it. Put the Derby trial today, and give it like a points. Like if you win the race, you automatically get into the Derby. So last chance, like it used to be. But because I think in a few years that we might see the Derby trial coming back. That's if I was in charge, I would do that. But we're gonna look at the 7th race today. It's the second running of the William Walker Stakes purse, $100,000 for 3 rolls. We only have a field of 5 horses traveling the distance of ground of 3/4 of a mile, 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs. And I'm gonna do. There's only 5 horses. I'm surprised they're gonna accept. It's according to the racing form. They're gonna accept superfectas. Now, will it be for $1 or will it be for 10 cents? Because you have to remember the standing tradition, which I hate. They're running. They're doing dollar minimum superfectas Derby and Oaks Day. Which I personally hate so much. But if they do 10-cent supers for this race, I'm gonna do 10-cent super. Gonna go do a straight super here. I'm gonna go 4-2-3-1. So 4-2-3-1. Might even just do a trifecta 4-2-3. See what I want to do. But number 4 is going to be my top selections. Toes on Ice. 6-5 for David Lopez. For Bob Baffert, who trains this one out of Arch. This horse hasn't started since the 18th of January at Oakland, 1 mile in the Smarty Jones Stakes. This horse finished sixth by 8.5 lengths that day. Was a favorite also. And I think the mile distance was a little bit too long. He just got clobbered up in the stretch. Start before that was at Los Al, mile 16th in a Los Al Futurity, formerly known as the Hollywood Futurity, formerly run at Hollywood Park, formerly known as the Cash Call Futurity. Also, I forgot about that. But this horse finished second by 1/4 lengths in the field of 7. Was underneath the lead all throughout, but got taken over by More Spirit, who's going to be most likely running in the Derby next week. This horse was just second best that day. And then the Bob Hope at 7 furlongs at Del Mar, I believe that was the Hollywood Preview Stakes, formerly known. It was this horse won that day, the Bob Hope, by 1/4 lengths. Was on near lead all throughout and just had a really game run. He's back to a distance of ground. This horse should really excel out. It's going to be my top selection here. If you're playing a pick 3, I don't know, pick 5, something like that, pick 6, pick 4, this would be a definite single for me. Another horse that maybe could upset, and just maybe, that's the 2-horse Shake of Sheiks with Jose Valdivia, who's coming back to the States after riding Wednesday afternoon in the United Kingdom at Ascot. He broke a 2-year-old for Wesley Ward, who trains this one also. But in England, Jose Valdivia won at Ascot for going a 5 furlongs for a prep race for Royal Ascot for a 2-year-old. So that's pretty cool. But Sheikh of Sheiks, he finished 4th behind Nyquist last time out. He's never run over this course, but I think he could be a real good upsetter here. He should really do well with the distance. But that's the maybe an upsetter, but I still think Toes on Ice should really be a very good horse. I'm sorry about giving out a superfecta that's chalky, but it's just, or a trifecta that's chalky. It's just the logical way to go this race. So to recount my bets for race number 7 from Churchill Downs to William Walker Stakes, the second edition of that race. I'm going to go with the 4-horse, Toes on Ice as top selection. I'm going to do a trifecta here. I'm going to go 4-2-3. I'm also going to give you superfecta if they're going to offer it. I really don't think they're going to be offering it. I think that's just a misprint in the racing form. But if they do, 4-2-3-1. So remember to join me next week here on YouTube, all Derby week, for Churchill coverage from me. I'm going to have coverage on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and of course Friday and Saturday with the Oaks and Derby on those days. And with the massive undercard they're having on Friday and Saturday, I really like the undercard races. Not, they have some very good races like the Ali Shiba, the Turf Sprint, the Twin Spires Turf Sprint, I believe they call it. The Kentucky Jockey, the Kentucky Juveniles coming back on Thursday. Believe who's the horse? Limehouse maybe in 2003 or something like that, or Pollard's Vision ran in the race or something like that, and won it, or won it, and then ran back in the Derby the year after, something like that. He didn't win the Derby, but he ran in that race. That's a horse I remember. It was either Limehouse or Pollard's Vision, one of those two. So that's a race I always like. The Stars of Tomorrow in the Kentucky Juvenile. So that's going to be a good good race. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.